Now, let's just go ahead and get into this message that Source is bringing through. So many of you are extremely, extremely powerful. Like, you don't realize how powerful you are because you're just really just now a fully awakening to your powers and to who you are and what you're becoming and what you're moving towards. And this is why it's so important that you release trying to figure everything out. So many of you are just wanting to know why. Why is this happening this way? Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Why is this person acting like this? Why? You're stuck on the why. And Source wants you to release the why and release the how. Release the masculine energy within you that is trying to piece together everything and allow it to be. This is your time of being. And I know this isn't something that we're used to. Clients of mine, especially with hypnosis, when I take them into hypnosis and I place them in a hypnotic trance, most of these clients have never felt this level of relaxation in their life. Why? Because we are like, go, go, go. Like, we're constantly on the move. Our brain is constantly always on and is always thinking and trying to understand and learn and figure out. And we don't really truly have moments of just rest. And when you don't have moments of rest, you're not having moments of silence, moments of being with yourself, to hear spirit, to understand what spirit is bringing to you, what spirit wants you to know. And so you use your conscious mind, your logical mind, your egoic mind to figure things out and try to understand why things are happening in your life the way that they are happening. And Source is saying that it's not meant for you to understand why. It is meant for you to simply go with the flow. It is meant for you to simply just allow spirit to move in your life. And the reason why these messages keep coming through so strongly is because this is the time more than ever where spirit is literally taking things over. Now, spirit has always been navigating your life. Spirit has always been navigating your life. But right now it's a bit different because we're going through an energetic split right now in consciousness where people who are deciding to live and continue living in the 3D level consciousness will stay there, and people who are deciding to move to a 3D or a 5D, level consciousness is moving in that direction. And so your soul has strategically decided and positioned you exactly where you need to be at this time to move you into where you're meant to be. And so the collective that I'm communicating with is all of souls who have decided to move to the 5D level consciousness, because if you hadn't, you simply would not have been able to hear my frequency. You simply would not have been able to resonate with me, and you definitely would not have clicked on this video to watch it. It would not have even been in your circle. Okay? So rest assured that all of you have decided to move to a 5D level consciousness, but that means that you have to release the things that are no longer serving you. And the things that have served you up to this point is your ego, is your logical mind, is you being majority in your masculine essence. And right now is calling for balance. It's calling for you to stop trying to figure out how, stop trying to figure out anything, and just allow yourself to be. It's a beingness that Source is asking you to move into. It's really a place of trust. And I understand, because this is something that I have had to work through so much. So I relate to each and every one of you who are struggling and having difficulties fully trusting in the divine plan because you don't know what the plan is. So sometimes you're just like, well, if I don't know what the plan is, how can I trust? And when things happen that don't go your way, you start to blame your spirit team. You start to blame Source, universe, God. And in actuality, you don't need to be blaming anyone because you set all of this up for yourself. And this is why it's important for you to understand that you have got to be the observer of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your words. Because when you are constantly in a blaming, that means you're constantly feeling that everything outside of you is happening to you, meaning that you're becoming the victim of your circumstances. And that couldn't be farther from the truth, because you as a soul have positioned you exactly where you are. You did this to you. So if there's anyone that you want to be upset with, it should be yourself. But the idea is that we don't want to be upset with ourselves, because we're not looking at things from a 3D lens. We're looking at things from a 5D lens. And the 5D lens is saying, okay, I understand that this is the position that I'm in now. What are the good blessings, the alignments, the synchronicities that I can see in this moment? And you realize that you are the one that is able to create your reality. You are the one that's able to create the emotions that you hold. So what do you want to feel? Do you want to feel like things are doom and gloom and you are just steady trying to understand what is going on, instead of just being in the place of just knowing that everything is always working out for you no matter what it looks like? And that is the hardest part. I get it. Believe me, I get it. When your physical reality is showing you something different than you truly feel. But when you look at your physical reality, you don't allow your physical reality to tell you how you feel. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your actions, your thoughts, your words. And because of the fact that you are so powerful, you are manifesting things like this so quickly. And this is why your spirit team is wanting you to watch the way that you're communicating to yourself. Watch the words that you are saying to yourself in your mind, because your energy is so strong that you create what you're thinking about most. But don't think that you can manifest things that are not in the divine plan. This is so important. Because you can say, okay, well, I want this situation. I want this so bad. I'm just going to think about it. I'm going to try to act like it. I'm going to try to put all the energy towards it. And that's you trying to control and manipulate what's happening, instead of just surrendering to the divine flow of what is going on. Because it's true that you actually don't know what the divine plan is. You don't know. So even you trying to manifest something that you feel like you want, because you're actually manifesting from the ego, not from the spirit, you're actually just trying to force something to happen. Therefore, it's not going to happen because it was never a part of the divine plan. So tapping more into spirit, and this is something that many of you who have been coming to me and talking to me and communicating with me about what is going on with you, is asking, how do I discern? How do I know when it's my ego versus my spirit? And that's truly something that you are going to wind up having to figure out for yourself through trial and error. It's really just what it is. Because see, spirit can speak to you through how you feel, through the synchronicities, through the alignments. Spirit doesn't necessarily speak to you in words. Spirit speaks to you through the language of the universe, which is emotions, which is how you feel. Why is love the strongest emotion there is? Why does it vibrate at such a high frequency? It is the most positive form of energy that you can have, that the entire universe is comprised of. This is why your emotions are so powerful. This is why your thoughts are so powerful, because it's all energy. And so you got to start tapping into how you feel, not how you feel, but how you feel. You understand what I'm saying? Through the heart. And sometimes it's trial and error. Spirit speaks to all of us energetically, just a little bit different. Because our receptors, our energetic receptors, our sensitivity to energy is different for all of us. And this is why it's important for you to be in places of stillness, of meditation. Doesn't mean that you're sitting there with your legs crossed, your eyes closed, and you're not, you can meditate like that if you desire. And that's a wonderful, powerful way of meditating, but that doesn't resonate with everyone. It's mostly about stillness. It's mostly about just being in a place where you can connect to you through without having so much external stimulation. That's really what it's about. And this is what Source is asking you to do more of, because then it'll allow you to quiet the mind and allow you to focus in on what Spirit is needing you to focus in on. And get out of the ego, get out of the place of just trying to figure it out. You're wanting to figure everything out. You want to know, well, why is it happening? Why is it taking so long? Why? Because we're taught to ask these questions: who, what, where, when, and why. Come on now, how old were you when you learned that? Who, what, where, when, why, and sometimes how. They ingrain this in you to stay in your logical mind. But right now, we are in the Aquarian age. This is not the age of the logic. This is the age of the truth, the freedom. The divine feminine is coming into play heavy. And so you're not in alignment if you're being so much in your masculine. It's time to tap into the flow, into the abundance, into the inner standing, into the trust and the faith and the knowing, into your power, your essence of who you are. This is what you're being asked to do at this time. So start to practice trusting your gut over your mind. You've got to play with this. This is the time where you go from crawling to walking. And you don't just go from crawling to walking without having to stumble a little bit, without trying to walk, without picking yourself up, using things as support to hold you up. This is what people like me are here to help and guide you and assist you with. Allow me to be that chair, that anchor for you, that table that you hold on to steady yourself right now. This is the role that I'm playing for you, and I don't mind it. I love it. So what I'm here to do. Okay. And for you that are interested in having some more personalized messages from Source and your spirit team, and you're looking for guidance on your spiritual journey, on your healing journey, guidance about anything going on in your life, I'm noticing that a lot of you are having your spiritual awakening and you have a lot of questions about what is going on with you. What do you do next? How do you maneuver through your current situation? And so I'm here for you. I have one-on-one sessions that are soul activating sessions. And in these sessions, I connect in with your spirit team, your guides, and Source. I bring through the messages that you need most at this time. And I help you work through whatever it is that you're going through that you need assistance or support with. And these are one-on-one 60-minute sessions. The details and to book is in the description as well as in the pinned comments. So I am open and I'm here for you to assist. I love you all so very much. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for being a beacon of light here on earth at this time, because you are so needed. Thank you for transcending the typical and stepping into the magical of which you are. I'll talk to you all tomorrow in the next channeled message. Peace, y'all.